Hey, Gen X and Boomer guys, hang with me for a minute. Rest of you, move on. This is going to be kind of boring to you, but I got to talk to these old guys. Feels like there's a hole in the world. It doesn't seem like there's any place for us, at least not in this world. This world where we all go here and we watch it. And I watch some of you guys. I see some of your content. Every time I pop in there, I'm like, fucking hey, there's a guy talking. A guy our age talking. But it's all the same shit. Like, what the fuck is that stuff? Where we throw some AC/DC on in the background, we put up our devil horns and just sit there and be like, Becky Black! What the hell is that? Are we really sitting here doing this in a time and a place where we should be doing other things? Other things. Let me tell you a story. So, Kruger National Park, they got these rhinos dying. Now, white rhinos, especially the southern rhinos, you don't want those dying. There aren't any left. They're basically extinct, and that's a true story. So you go out to a watering hole and see a dead rhino, you're like, this is bad. This is bad as it gets. Well, by the time they got up to like 50 rhinos dead, they're losing their damn minds, and rightfully so. So they're all hands on deck at this point. Let's go find out who or what's killing these rhinos. One day, this one guy saw a rhino getting killed by an elephant. This weird little 10-year-old or whatever year old elephant just goes out in the middle of this watering hole, attacks this rhino, stabs it to death, and kills it. Well, this guy goes back and he's like, I got it. They're all getting killed by these elephants. So now they got an issue. Well, shit, this isn't even people killing them. This is how do you stop elephants from killing rhinos? They're trying to figure it out for a couple of years, but it turns out it's kind of not that new of a problem. The fact they're killing rhinos is one thing, but they've noticed that these younger elephant males are running rampant all over. They're knocking down cornfields, they're knocking down people's houses. People are up in arms about these damn rowdy elephants that are just have gone wild. They got to figure out what happened to make these elephants go wild. And then this one guy comes forward and he's like, I think I got it. You know, a couple years ago, we thought we had too many elephants. And what we thought we'd do is get rid of the ones that don't count. That has to be the older males. Nobody cares about those. Let's call them. So they did. They went out, shot and killed the older males, the 50-year-old males, right? Well, this did a thing. This set all of the younger males into this must or sexual maturity, and they went nuts. Because they don't know what to do with all that power. They're huge elephants, you know, and they're like, we're in charge. Fuck the world, let's go. So they're running rampage over everything. Well, this one guy's like, I don't know if it works like this, but I wonder what would happen if we brought a few of those older elephants back. No, we can't. It's impossible. And that became a thing. But pretty soon they solved that problem. You can go look it up. You can watch them. They stick them on a flatbed truck and they haul these, I don't know how many ton those damn things are, but they're a lot. And they hauled them back to these things. And about the time 9 or 10 of these big old bulls get back to Kruger National Park, all these young elephants that were going nuts, they start calming down. That must they're in, that sexual maturity, they're all out. They stop stomping up cornfields. They stop knocking over houses and shit. And they're like, well, the point is, there's no old men or women talking about real stuff here on the internet. We're still back in black. Stupid. What would happen if the old guys and gals picked up and started creating content and just started saying stuff that they know or started telling stuff that they've learned? And I'm not talking about politics. Don't get into that Trumpy shit. That's a trap and you know it. So do the young ones, but they're stuck. What if we instead got up, talked about, I don't know, relationships? What if we talked about coffee? What if we talked about recreation? What if we talked about taking it easy? What if we talked about working hard. And then put that in the only place where people can see it. Because you think you're talking to these kids. Well, I'm going to go talk to my kids. Oh, for hell's sakes. If they're listening to you, you got about 8 minutes. They're here 8 hours a day. Go check their stats. You think you're getting through to that? You're not. You're not. But if you made yourself a TikTok, and you said shit, like real shit in there, maybe some of these young elephants, maybe some of those young elephants will stop acting up. I don't blame them for going a little crazy. You think about it, where they communicate now is unregulated by any wisdom. There isn't any. There isn't any. And that's our fault. I'm calling for us to fix that. I'll do my best. You do your best. Anything other than 40 years ago, 40 plus years ago. Who gives a shit? I promise you don't even give a shit, but I know you care about the world, and I know you care about stuff going forward in a right way. And it has to come from us, because we were the last ones to see it. We were the last one to put our fingers on humanity and community and, you know, kindness and generosity. We were the last ones. They're not seeing it. Whatever they're seeing is kind of here. It's not the same. Anyway, long rant. I don't mean to rip on you, but there's more. There's more to this, and I think it falls to you and I to fix it in any way we can. And I like it, because at least then I'm not irrelevant. Well, I'm not as irrelevant. Anyway, let me know what you think about that in the comments below. I'm dying to hear your thoughts.